It's Mardi Gras time in New Orleans, but the pandemic has forced the city of New Orleans to cancel all parades this year. And also the city has taken the drastic step of ordering all bars to be closed next Friday through Mardi Gras weekend and Mardi Gras Day. This has never happened before. Hi, I'm Scoot. But in the midst of all of this disappointment, the spirit of Mardi Gras lives on. Some people are decorating their houses with float-like decorations and float-like themes. And there's a stationary parade that people can drive by in the city park here in New Orleans. But the spirit of Mardi Gras also lives on through the memories that people share about Mardi Gras past. And one person who really knows Mardi Gras, she's seen many, many Mardi Gras from many different angles, is the Grammy Award-winning Soul Queen of New Orleans, Miss Irma Thomas. Irma, it's great to hear you.
Good to hear you, Scoop.
All right. So this has got to be a tough time for you because this is a time when you're usually busy. I mean, it must actually hurt you to not be performing right now.
Yeah, it has its moments.
Of all the Mardi Gras you've seen, think back on a couple of memories that stand out.
Well, one I can remember when I was about, I guess, in 1947, I was 6 years old, and we lived in an area where Mardi Gras passed right in front of the house. And I had a chance to see Louis Armstrong as King Zulu.
Oh, wow. Boy, but remember going back that far, it's amazing how we remember things. But you know, Mardi Gras is something kind of hard not to notice. You know, even when you're 6.
Well, when you grow up in the city, how can you not notice it? I mean, it's all around you.
No, that's right. Can you think of
when I was growing up, it was like a neighborhood situation where if you lived in certain neighborhoods, certain carnival clubs passed through your neighborhood, so you really didn't have to go anywhere other than stand out on the sidewalk and watch it go by.
Yeah.
It wasn't until in later years when it started being more directed to certain main streets as opposed to certain neighborhoods.
Right. What about a memory when you were a little older?
Well, I rode in my very first Mardi Gras parade for the crew of Zeus, which was a Metairie Carnival Club. I was their grand marshal for that one. It was a very cold night, I remember that.
You don't forget those?
No, you don't forget them cold ones. And then later on, I also had the pleasure of riding in Endymion. I've ridden in Zulu, and I've been the grand marshal to the crew of Femme Fatale. I've been the grand marshal for Crew de Vue. I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave anybody out.
Irma, for people who have never ridden in a parade, how can you best explain that experience? Because it's a truly unique thing.
It's very unique. You think you're going to recognize your family and friends along the way, but with the noise, especially when you're a celebrity and they know you, you hear your name called from all directions, so it's kind of difficult as to know where they are. So unless you prearrange your corners for me to look for you on that corner, it's very difficult for you to be found because everybody's yelling out your name, and of course they beg for the trinkets that you're throwing. They beg for you. So honestly, you don't want to not give it to them, but you have to. It took me a few times to learn how to be sparingly throwing things to last the entire parade, because my first few parades I rode in, by the time it got to the main street, I was out of throws.
Oh yeah, you got a ration.
Trying to throw to everybody.
you got a ration. And think about all the different things.
You definitely have to ration.
Think of all the things that you've thrown over the years. I mean, I remember as a kid growing up, I remember the glass beads. My God, that would never be acceptable today.
Oh no, they won't let you.
No, and
in fact, there's a lot of things that they won't let you throw now that you could throw back in the day. Very few Mardi Gras clubs now are even throwing the doubloons, which used to be a prize item, And I don't think too many of them are still using those anymore. And as a result, a lot of the clubs have decided to have their own logo be with their logo as a part of the string of beads, so they'll be able to have, something to remember the Carnival Club by that. But a lot of things have changed in terms of what you can and cannot throw at a parade now.
And then there was the year and years following that when the cups were like the big deal.
Oh yeah. And I think depending on what area you're in, they still, to some folks, those of us who are a little older, we value the cups more than we do the beads. because that's a reusable item.
Reusable. Sure, you can put it's a go. This is not just a cup. This is a go cup. This is a functioning piece of the house.
Go cup. It's a reusable item.
Like, there's no way, no matter how much you plan for Mardi Gras, whether you're riding in a parade or going to a parade, you never know what's going to happen, and unexpected things happen. Can you think of an embarrassing moment in Mardi Gras for you?
I haven't had any embarrassing moments. I'm blessed for that fact. I mean, I can't think of any one particular embarrassing moment that I've had while riding. Because by the time the only parade I rode in where the Clydesdales had to stop so I could use the restroom. But other than that, after that, all the floats that I were on, there was a facility on board.
That's something that people don't think about. Angela Hill told me the story about, like, when she rode with Garland Robinette in their first parade, she didn't know she had to go to the bathroom before and couldn't go. She stopped in the middle of the parade route, went up to somebody's house, knocked on the door and said, "Can I use your restroom?"
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. When you know, and the thing about it, they don't inform you when you're asked to ride in the parade. They don't give you a lot of pre-information so you be kind of ready for it. They just ask you to ride and assume that you know what's going to happen, but you don't always know. So fortunately, later on in the years when I was asked to ride, there was a facility on board that I could use, that if I needed to go, I didn't have to get off a whole up the parade to do so.
Right. I think they don't tell you about what to expect because they're afraid you might back out.
That's possible too.
Irma, it's been.
If you're local and you know to have, you go. It's having fun. It's all about having fun, and you enjoy being in the parade as much as the folk who are there to see you in the parade. So it's, you say, "Oh, I don't want to be bothered," but then when you get up there, the adrenaline flows as if though you're up there doing a performance as a singer. The adrenaline is there. You get so excited seeing all the masses who've turned out to view the parade. Now, whether or not they're coming to see you as an individual, you are part of the parade. And so the adrenaline is there. It doesn't matter to you whether they're coming to see you or whoever. If they know you, they're going to call your name, and even if they don't know you, you're going to be, "Hey, Mr., hey, Mrs., throw me something."
That's right.
Hey, Miss, throw me something, please.
Everybody in a parade is kind of a celebrity at that point, but that's a really, really good point. Irma, thank you so much for sharing your Mardi Gras memories with us. This is a way for us to keep the spirit of Mardi Gras alive, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Same here, Scoop.